Good morning, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So it's Saturday morning. Today is the day that I have my last really entire day to kind of get ready for the trip. On Monday we leave and we kind of work our way through Nebraska, up through Iowa, then to Michigan. Then I'll drop my dad off. He's coming with us. He's 76. He's more than able to drive, but you know, we're kind of going in that direction anyway. Sorry, I haven't talked much this morning, so I didn't realize that I was maybe a tiny bit congested. I didn't sleep real well. I just have so much on my mind I want to get done. And so, I mean, I said good morning to my husband, but I didn't really talk. And so, boy, okay, my voice is not that good right now. So, I had sent a bunch of this kind of stuff to my VA. This is from my son. So this week, my son put on a spreadsheet 130 items. And how we do it is he takes the item, puts it in a grocery bag or a bag, and then he writes the corresponding number on the spreadsheet. And so what I do is I do my part. I photo the item, take the last picture is the item on top of the number or near the number. Then my VA knows which item we're on. So we have 130 items. I'm not going to show them all to you because I'd say 75% of it is yarn. So I'm going to give you an idea of why we're doing so much yarn. So in the past 2 weeks, this one Goodwill keeps getting donations from a family. I think it is an estate type thing where the person passed away, and they just keep every day sorting this yarn and bringing it. And a ton of it is alpaca yarn, wool yarn, all of this. So my son picked it up and we started to list it. We're trying to work on our prices based on comps, and you know, we're just getting it all listed. So it may be a little bit of a slow sell, I don't know, but it does have some value. It's kind of vintage. It's like from 2009, 2010. So some of the colors are going on, you know, 10, 12, 13 years old. Now, he's done the comps and he knows how to look for sell-through. That's what he does in his business anyway. So hopefully he's being really, really careful on the sell-through. But I will show you some of the other items that we have. So this is a Coors hat, number 174. And he feels like, based on his comps, this will get $65 even with the dirt stains. And I mean, you can tell this has that gold, I don't know what you call this, gold leaves on there. So I believe that he has done his research well. Here's an example of some of the yarn. So he's separating it into color. Sorry, that's my alarm. I wish I could have slept that long. I've been up for an hour and a half, and I only got about 4 hours of sleep. So I will need a nap today to keep going on all of these 130 items. The items, I photoed about 40 of them already and sent them to him the other day. So those will be put away and launched today or scheduled out for my trip. Then I have to finish photoing all of the rest, and then as he gets them done, I need to be launching them just right behind him, plus photoing all of this clothing over here. In a perfect world, this, if I don't get this done, it's okay. I'll have stuff waiting for me when I get home. But I really want to photo as much of that clothing and then take the pages with me on the trip, so I have those things going up while I'm gone. Because that's an easy thing to do. I don't normally list on my phone, and I don't really like it. But while I'm sitting in the car for 12 hours, you know, on our way to Canada, if I'm not the driver, I can sit back there and launch a few, just be real careful. To me, it just makes me nervous. I feel like I'm not seeing the whole picture like I do on eBay. Or when we get to the hotel at night, I can take 30 minutes and launch, you know, 10 or 15 items. So anyway, this is the quality of yarn that he's giving me. This Rowan brushed fleece is made with extra fine merino wool and baby alpaca. And these were originally only $3 or $4, but they're 10 to 15 years old now. And it's made in Italy. It's got the lot numbers. And so he's learned a whole ton about yarn in the last few weeks just from this one thing. But I would say that about 80 of the listings that I'm doing are yarn, alpaca yarn. There's Plymouth yarn, Surrey merino. There's universal yarn, bamboo pop, and that's a bamboo and a cotton blend. There's Knit Picks, Paragon yarn, fine merino wool blended with baby alpaca and mulberry silk. You know, whatever in the world all this is. I'm not an expert on that. So a lot of this is yarn. And but he's thinking, based on his comps, that a lot of this yarn is worth between $8 to $10 a skein. And we have a lot of groups that match. So we have sets of 5, we have sets of 8, we have sets of 2 and 3. And so we're going to find out. I mean, it's so easy to do. It's easier than clothing because I'm not measuring it. I'm just taking photos. And then this is the other group of things that he's found in the last week or two. I think he found it just all at one sale. So this is a McKenna Ryan quilt block kit. So I believe that you would get these in the mail as a monthly subscription, like a block of the month. We want to put that on there, block of the month, because we've seen a few people do it, but we can't seem to find by our research if that's really a word we should be using. It wouldn't hurt anything. It's not really lying. I mean, who knows where it came from, right? It doesn't matter if they got it each month or if they bought it at a store. It's not really pertinent. No one's going to return the item based on us getting that wrong, but it does seem like that makes sense. So here's the entire quilt that you would make, and then this is the block that you would get. So each month, or maybe just in the store, you would go buy a piece of the quilt and finish that block. So he has found huge sets of these, and it seems to be because it's McKenna Ryan. So this looks like it's number 142. No, that's the wrong number. What number is this? Do I have it inside out? 145. Okay. McKenna Ryan Pine Needles Rhythm of the Sea quilt block patterns, lot of 6 uncut. And so this set, it may not even be complete, but it's a lot toward the quilt, is worth where am I? I'm on number 145. $50. All are opened out of the factory seal, but all are uncut and unused. So, and that's just this example. I have one where there's 10 in the set. Then I want to show you a few things that I've already gotten done. I launched this morning. Sorry, I'm waiting on my computer to tell me that I can delete the photos off of my little chip card, and it's taking forever. I don't know why it's taking so long. I need to be able to delete that set of photos that I just sent my VA so I can go to the next thing, but it's just taking a while. All right, so this is a Prestige Series Grado Labs headphone set. And he has this as number 128. So then I would scroll up here on the spreadsheet. Grado Labs SR60E wired headphones, tested and working. My son knows how to test headphones. $100. He put tested, works very clean. Ear pads have very little wear and are in clean condition. No breaks in the leather strap, no fraying or breaks in the cord. So he feels like this pair of used headphones, which he finds quite often, he feels like headphones are really overlooked in the thrift. So look at your headphones. This pair should get us $100. And this I've already gotten done, and I launched it this morning. So I'm going to put those down in there. Sorry, I got to keep track of what I've launched and what I haven't. And then when I go to launch something, then I make the line in the spreadsheet, I make it green or whatever color you want, but I make sure that I can visually see what's listed, what's not. Then he had a video game here. I do wrap my video games. This one, let me see. is the Red Star Sony PlayStation 2 PS2 complete with manual, tested, black label, $50. He does say the disc has scratches but has been tested and works. Come with the manual in the original PS2 case, original Sony black label version. So we launched that in the last, you know, like 6 hours. Let me see if my pictures are ready, guys. Sorry. Ah, I hate it when it gets stuck like that. All right, let's see what's in this bag. This feels like more yarn. I'll just give you another example of some of the yarn. So like here, these are, he's doing it by brand, not really color. So this is an experiment on our part. We're not really sure how someone would want just these two, but he seems to see similar listings for it, and this might be the leftovers that only get like $10 in the end, whereas the big groups, he had to buy it in a group. That's how the Goodwill was selling it. So this may not get us as much, but that's fine. Alright, I'm just trying to skip the yarn. Here's some more of the McKenna patterns, you know, the McKenna Ryan quilt block patterns. Let's see what this thing is. This is some kind of a Pokemon card, I think. Venusaur and Dragonite, something like that. So he does some cards like that. And I'm trying to find, let's see, oh, the clicker jacket. Let me see if I can find that. Alright, I'll show you a few of these things. Number 172. I hope I can find the clicker jacket. If not, I will show that. It's a $225 vintage jacket that he found. Alright, this is a keyboard. So I guess it's not a keyboard. It's a Alpha Smart thing. Neo by Alpha Smart portable word processor typewriter. There's 2 of them, and he wants $55 each. Tested and works, no charger or other cords included, scratches and some discoloration, no damage to the screen. So somehow he was able to test these, and I don't know how. I have to ask him when he calls if these take batteries or something, so that, oh yeah, they take batteries. So hopefully I have those batteries. If not, I'll get some, because you just get so much more money when you can take a picture of it when it's on, and you get so much fewer returns. So hopefully one of these has the batteries in it. But anyway, that's another example that, and I think he paid $3 or $4 a piece, and we should get $55 each on those. Let's see here, guys. This is tough because there's so much stuff in here. This is some more yarn. This is number 111. He feels like just these 2 little things of yarn should get us $25. It's ribbon yarn from the same, you know, production. And it's like Stacy Charles ribbon yarn. So, you know, and people do know their yarn. So, let me give you another example here of stuff that we're selling. 125. Tom Lynch's 100 watercolor workshop lessons, charts, art technique, new and sealed. So this thing here should sell for $100. It's got the UPC, so it's not like, you know, we're making up the price. I mean, it's really easy to check this, and it's sealed. So he found this. I don't know how much he paid for it. Probably $5, knowing the Goodwill where he shops every day. And so this is the kind of thing that I'm getting listed today. When I'm going through the list, I won't read off the yarn because you're getting the gist of the yarn. There is one set of yarn where we have 13. It's called Knit Picks, and it is alpaca and made in Peru. And since we have 13 of it, he feels like we can get $130 for it. Then we just have all kinds of odds and ends yarn here. So I'm skipping through the list. We have some Mary Maxim Prism yarn. We have, let's see, Color by Kristen. Just tons of yarn. Let me get out of this yarn stuff. Not that it's not interesting, but you get the gist of that. So then somewhere in here is a Vintage Twins, Arizona Diamondbacks, MLB baseball hat, snapback, purple wool, he feels like we can get $65. There's a vintage white Bellagio hotel hat cap that he feels like we can get $25 for. A vintage American Needle 1918 MLB Colorado Rockies baseball hat cap, $50. Vintage Twins Arizona Diamondbacks MLB baseball hat snapback orange wool, $100. Green Bay Packers hat cap logo athletic NFL Pro Line Diamond snapback wool, $65. Callaway Golf leather strapback cap hat sports specialties 90s Big Bertha wool, $75. Then there's a Sight and Sound Theaters classic DVD collection, Moses Jonah, Joseph, Ruth, and Noah, $100. New factory sealed DVDs that come with the original retail box and slipcover. Then we have 5 Gordon's Pond Master. Now I just photoed those. What did I do with those? Those should be in here. Let me see if I can find those real quick. I don't know if I can, guys, because there's just stuff everywhere. Yeah, it's just too hard to kind of find what's on the list in a decent amount of time to show you. If I had more time today, guys, I would literally show you item by item. I just can't because I really need to be listing today. This is where I hate it because I really do care about my YouTube and I want to show you everything I have. As I'm going through here, I'll show you the, you know, $50 and $100 items. Where is the stuff that I just photoed? This must be it here. Yeah, this is the stuff that I just photoed. There is some really good stuff. I do want to show you this. Okay, so just for parts and repair, obviously there's nothing about this camera that says it's going to work. Parts and repair, this body of this camera should get us about $50. So don't walk by stuff like this. A lot of times you'll find full boxes of this kind of stuff at estate sales, and if you're willing to just take photos of it, it can be worth money. Okay, and then this is what I wanted to show you here, I think. There's 2 Bibles. This one, I think he's got more than 2 Bibles. I think he found like 5 Bibles at an estate sale. This one is number 135. Okay, so this is an NIV Thompson Chain Reference Study Bible, burgundy leather from 1984. It does have a name on the front, and he feels like we can get $75 for this, even with some, I don't know where he's saying there's water damage on the bottom of the pages. But anyway, they're not stuck together or anything, and he feels like we can get $75 for that. And then there is another Bible in here. This one is number 131. I gotta hurry up and do my shipping video for you guys. This is a Harper Study Bible, RSV Zondervan, 1976, top grain leather. Just the thing that we've learned in doing some of these Bibles, and actually the Franklin Covey planners is where we've learned this. People do care if it's the top grain leather, or if it's the oh, what's the name of the leather that has kind of, it's like, I don't want to say puckered, it's just got little dots almost in the leather. There's another name for that. We've learned that, you know, if it says a certain kind of leather, people do care, because I will get questions on that, believe it or not. This is an indexed Bible, which a lot of people like. This should go for $200, just this one Bible. Now, book scanners can be lazy, because I've been one. I've been a full-time bookseller for many years, years ago, and I want to get back to it because I love it. It's really peaceful. You just sit there and scan books. However, a lot of them are in a hurry, and they're not going to sit here and hand type in Bibles. So even if you're not a book dealer, even if you're at a library sale, or if you are a book dealer, go for the things that take longer and sit here and by hand type these in. You know, are you going to get a quick $1,000 book because you just went over it with your book scanner? You know, no, you're not. But there's all this stuff sitting out here. So, all right, guys, I'm going to let you go. It seems like this computer is stuck on, so I'm just going to have to pull my card out of it, and then I'll delete the pictures on the next end, because I need to get taken more photos, so I don't really have time to wait. I'm sorry this is kind of a, you know, thrown together video on the stuff I'm selling, but he does have, you know, just about 8 Bibles in here. And when I do find the clicker jacket, and then 2 vintage Coors long brim duckbill hats. I will just make like a quick 10-minute video about some of this vintage sports stuff and just kind of let you see it. So I'm trying to look at the real high-end stuff, skip the yarn, and let's see, there is a Nintendo 3DS in here, a red-black Pokemon Sun game case, 16-in-1 with the charger, that's going to be worth $180. So when I find some of these things and I go to list them, I will set aside a pile, and I'll make another quick video on that. Thanks for watching, guys. If you don't mind, like and subscribe. I'm really close to getting to 500 subscribers, and it would just help me out if I you know, can get over that mark. That would be great. Have a good day.